Hi, today we're talking about putting together the man bag. This is Kimberbell's latest design, and it can be a little tricky if you don't understand what the directions are telling you. We're going to start at the point where the bottom is already attached to the front, and you're measuring out 6 1/4 inches from the zipper to the edge. You can see our line here on the edge. And this is step number 12 and 13 on page 8 of the directions. We've measured 6 1/4 inches out from the center of the zipper. You can mark it. You want to go through all the layers, the leather, the felt, and the lining. Next, we're trimming the leather to match the bag. So you can see how the leather sticks out. We are not trimming the zipper, just the leather. The next step has you turn the bag right side up and fold right sides together. We're going to pin them, except to avoid getting pins in our leather, we can use quilt clips. Here you can see I've used the clips on the leather and felt side, lining them up and clipping them together. And I've used pins on the side that is only the 2 layers of lining. Your zipper should be partially open at this point, and you are only going to sew 1/4 inch down the long edge of the lining and the long edge of the front. After you've stitched your 1/4 inch seam, you're going to turn the pouch right side out. And now you're going to tuck the pouch itself inside the lining. So it'll truly be inside out at this point. You're going to have the pouch inside the lining. Your pouch will now look like this. There's the inside. You've got your lining right side out and your zipper half closed. And this is just before step 21. At this point, you're going to lay your zipper face down and flatten the bag on top of it with your seam straight down the middle. The clips work well for flattening it here because you want to line up those edges. You're going to stitch them 1/4 inch. The other end, you're going to need to close your zipper by hand and clip everything down. You want to be careful stitching this in because your zipper remains open so that you can turn the bag. You just need to have it pushed close together. Something to consider once you've done this part with your ends are sewn 1/4 inch is a small button stitch. That's a wide zigzag without a feed dog to seal the ends of your zippers so that you can trim them off once you've finished your bag. Mark a 1 inch square on each corner, 1 inch in from the seam and from the fold at the bottom. Next, you'll cut each of those corners out. This is about step number 24. Then you're going to take your handle and shove it from the inside out through 2 corners on one end. Having the open zipper helps with this. You're going to fold your corners flat so you have a straight line with the handle in the middle. You'll attach that and you'll stitch 1/4 inch across there. You can see how you've started with a flat corner and you're turning it basically on its side and closing it in a straight line. That's what you're going to do here as well, and then stitch those 1/4 inch from the edge. Once you've got this end stitched where the handle is, you're going to repeat those stitches at the other end. This is called boxing the corner because essentially you've cut a square out and turned the box on its edge. You're sewing perpendicular to the finished seam and it gives you a nice squared off end. I'll show you in just a second. So once you've finished boxing your corners, you can turn your bag right side out, poke the corners out, and this is where you'll see you have extra zipper hanging out inside. And you can tell that because I have that little button zigzag there, I can trim my zipper down and I won't have so much sticking out inside my bag. And that's how you do the man bag.